up? It's your girl Tamara, aka Girl from Harlem.
And this is Ray Daniels, aka the Culture Referee.
And this is the Guy Show.
And today we have our cousin on the couch. Juju is on the couch again. We love Juju.
Cousin.
He's always welcome to the blue couch.
I'm back.
And today we want to welcome one of my favorite producers, one of the craziest producers. This guy actually changed my life. And I don't think I've ever told him the story, but I'm going to tell him here on how I was able to get here. We're going to talk about a lot of shit. It's going to be a lot of arguing. It's going to be a lot of nigga what, but it's going to be a great conversation. we are taking the Guy Show to Bangladesh. Everybody get him to Bangladesh. Everybody get him.
Yeah. What's up?
Welcome to the Blue Couch, my brother. So
Thank
I
you,
have to
thank
tell you
you
this first. I'm going to tell y'all, everybody in this room, I call him Chandre, but I have to call him Bangladesh for the show. Bangladesh changed my life. Here's how. I had an artist I was working with. I was homeless, named Noah, my first artist. Bangladesh just signed a publishing deal with EMI. Did a big publishing deal. And the guy that signed them was Big John. And Big John winds up taking over Virgin Records. Okay. So I don't even think it was about us. It was more about Bang, but Big John basically heard a record that Bang did with Noah, and he said, "I'll sign it on back to help Bang. Like I just signed him. I want to help him put some records out." Okay. So that record was what made D-Dot, who Noah was signed to, get engaged and take that. I got a deal on the table from Virgin to go get a deal from Ja for Noah. We got the deal because
it sound like this nigga owed me some money. I ain't
not me. Not me.
What I got from
I ain't even know.
you
money. You didn't know that?
I'm not, nah.
Yeah, but D-Dot had the stuff, but Dre doing that record with Noah was, and Big John hearing saying, "I want to sign it," is what made, you know how this is a different time now, but back in the day, you'd be like, "I got a deal on the table," and now everybody's like, "Let me hear your music." It was a song that he did with Noah that launched Noah for us to go there.
Foot in the door.
Noah was dope.
He was fire. I was just listening to Get Fresh like 3
3
days ago.
I need to hear that shit.
Nigga
Where's
said,
Noah?
That's the 3 degrees of separation of success, though. Like, you literally were in the right moment, in the right place for that shit to happen.
Nah, bro. And then when we got the deal, our way of giving back was coming to you saying, "Work on Noah." And I remember, first of all, let me tell you something. This guy is fucking crazy. And you gotta love him, know him to love him. And I forget, we was trying to get the beat. It was like a gift for you, by the way. It was like, we don't know we're gonna use the song, but let's pay Dre for his beat, because he don't know he looked out. So we thinking he gonna take a certain fee. I don't know if you remember this. And you was like, I was like, "Yo, got 7 bands for you." And you was like, "My fee is $20,000. And we was like, "We had to pay your fee." And it was like, and Dot was like, "What?" Because this is right when the 8-Ball and MJG bust a nigga head dropped. And I guess it was just shit, the price went up. But let's get into the interview, man. Let's get into it.
I just don't like when niggas put a price on what. Like, don't tell me what you gonna give me. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
"Oh, I got this for you." Nah, nigga. Everybody do that. "I got this for you." Nah, nigga. Nah. I don't like that. Like, I think it's disrespectful. I would never come to your company and be like, "I got this for you."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You ain't never been
Like,
afraid to speak, bro.
That don't make sense.
How do you do your pricing? So, like, if you have a personal relationship, is it a little bit different, or is everybody the same flat fee?
Nah, it's different for situations. It's really not a personal thing. Like, I wouldn't even really, depending on who it is, I wouldn't even charge you. I'm really charging the label. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if it's Lil Wayne, I know Lil Wayne is big. If it's Beyonce, I know it's big. But see, Beyonce, there's no relationship there. So she wanna pay you. So I could say 50, 100. You know what I'm saying? And she gonna get it done. It ain't like, "Oh, let's barter. Do something for me." You know what I'm saying? She ain't got time to do nothing. She just want to pay you and get out the way. Wayne, I know, like, you know, if you're an artist that the music translates and it's gonna, at the end of the day, it's gonna turn into something big, I'm not really worried about the upfront money too much. So I'll take something just because the label. You know what I'm saying? But then I can get a verse. Wayne he's not a political nigga. He's not like a lot of back then rappers didn't do shit for you if the politics didn't make sense for them. Wayne is like the biggest nigga that would just do some shit. You know, Wayne got on Duffel Bag Boys shit. They was signed to Ludacris.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't benefit him. You know what I'm saying? They weren't signed to Young Money or Cash Money. This nigga blew them up for a whole nother company. They own record label rap nigga wouldn't even get on their song. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you got niggas like that you know, it depends like what kind of character you are, depending on how I'm a work with you. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't one set price, it ain't really one set idea. It's always like the vibe and whatever the situation is.
You triggered a question to me. What do you think Wayne's biggest contribution to hip hop was?
Biggest contribution, like I think he created the new culture.
Mm-hmm.
Like he created the whole new wave. Like everything you see today came from Wayne. You know, like tatted face, dreads, rapping not without writing. That whole wave. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like he created it.
He in your top 5?
Rappers?
Yeah. Who your top 5? What up, everybody? This is Ray Dangs, aka the Culture Referee. You already knew that, but what you didn't know about, I bet, is a new distribution company called Two Lost Distribution. They're the most technologically advanced distributor in the world. They distribute your music to more stores than any distributor out there, and they only charge you $3 a month. Yep, $3 a month. And they don't charge you any money to collect your royalties, so you get 100% of your royalties. Y'all know how some of them distribution companies be asking for, you know, it's distribute with us, but they take 20%. These guys don't take any of that. They charge $3 a month to distribute all your music. And if you use the code GODS, which is on the bottom of the screen, when you add your discount code, you get 3 months free. So if you're looking for distribution, you need distribution, you're looking for the best distribution company to work with, Two Lost is the fastest growing distribution company out there. Mess with them. Tell them Ray sent you. You're going to get some money off.
No.
Top 5 rappers.
Your chest hurt.
Nas.
Look right at me when he said it.
Nas, nigga. The illest
You
nigga.
gotta go for water and drink.
The illest nigga. Nas. It's hard, man. There's so many dope
Great
rappers. I think this is somebody people sleep on. Black Thought is definitely top 5 rappers, dead or alive. Biggie's one of my favorite. That's 3. It's hard. It gets hard.
I could tell you like lyricists.
Yeah, I think Common top lyricist too. Niggas sleep on Common. I like niggas that say shit. I like niggas that it ain't just they make the bars, but it's relatable to life too, and like can show you some shit. I think Wayne.
Just make sure you talk.
Wayne's dope. Wayne's like one of the best lyricists. Bar wise, he's good with words. He's good with playing with metaphors. I just feel like he don't say nothing.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I got what you're saying. Like
It's a lot of play
like
on
it-
words,
you know,
but you ain't saying.
He said, yeah, he
Rap his ass off.
The greatest doing that. You know what I'm saying? But for me, the type of music that I love, I gotta like, it gotta feed me some way.
A message, music.
So you don't
with a
think
message.
Wayne like the whole drought era, that all that, like you don't think that's the Carter? Like I feel like I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I have these conversations all the time, and I ain't even going front. I ain't heard all the Wayne shit. Before a Milli, I never listened to Wayne.
Got you. That makes sense though.
for
Got
real.
you.
Nah. I've heard it. I've heard some shit. Riding with somebody or,
Yeah.
you know, but I never, he never gave me
This crazy because
nothing to go listen to
this crazy because
for me.
you produced
One of his biggest records.
one of his biggest records, but you also produced Gucci's biggest record. You know, you broke Ludacris. You did Ludacris basically his first album. But you've never produced for Black Thought. But that's your taste level. How crazy is that?
See, the thing is, me growing up on hip hop versus me being a music business is two different. Like, I'm a fan of niggas I grew up on listening to. Mm-hmm. Niggas that like are my peers that I'm equal. Like, they don't do the same thing that these niggas did for me.
Do you think it's because of where you are? Because like maybe when they was rapping, you was like in the trenches trying to figure it out, and now you're actually the person that you're a dictator in this game in a lot of ways. So do you think it's because of where you are? Because I always say, I'm like, I can't, as dope as Drake is, I can't look up to him. He came when I was in the game. Jay-Z I look up to because I was in the projects when he dropped. Looking up, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm asking.
Yeah, same shit.
Yeah.
Same similar shit.
So it's really not personal, it's just where you are.
No, it's not personal at all. I like to be a fan of niggas.
Me too.
You know, like, I like to go to concerts that I could be in the crowd and I could feel like I felt when I was young and shit. I don't want to feel like I'm in the music business and I'm
you gotta watch, be cool.
I'm not enjoying myself. You know what I'm saying? I like to be a fan. I like to see Nas. I like to see Wu-Tang. I like to see these niggas that make me feel like I used to feel before I was doing music.
Mm-hmm. I get now that makes sense. Now I understand why you can't.
But
say
there are niggas that give me that feeling that are current.
Like who?
Kendrick.
Okay. See that.
Outkast at the time, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There was niggas that gave me that feeling, but it's not a overwhelming abundance of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I would put Kendrick, I would put Andre 3000 in the top 5. My fifth, as the show goes on,
it's gonna come to you.
I'm gonna say,
yeah. You said so. I'm gonna bring something up that was so. Sean, I've seen Bangladesh. I've seen thousands of panels, and out of all the 1,000 panels I've seen, he had the best answer I've ever seen on a panel. We was in LA at this ASCAP event. And I don't remember do you remember what they asked you? What they asked you?
I don't remember.
I remember what they asked you, but I remember they asked him something like, and he was like, I just want, and it was random. He was like, I just want the game to respect my genius. I'm a genius out here. And it was like,
I don't think the question had nothing to do with
that. The question had nothing to do with that, by the way. It was like, the question was something like, you know, and he was like, my genius. And I was like, that's fucking real. Cause
I'm a real genius though.
Yeah,
this shit.
That's why I'm saying that. Like, and you're quiet, so you might
shit,
quiet people get looked over, and you know that. Yeah. So I feel like you've always been the guy who has your signature sound, who, and that's hard. Most people sound like everybody. You had your signature sound. You broke artists, right? You Ludacris. You broke an artist. You did all this stuff, but it's always like you got looked over. So when you said that, that's how I feel like I'm at right now. I'm like, I'm gonna make niggas respect my genius. I'm gonna talk. I'm not gonna sit because you see niggas that talk and you like, this nigga can't fuck with me. Mm-hmm. So what, in your opinion, do you still think you're overlooked? And why do you think that is, if you are?
I'm definitely overlooked. But I think it's just my personality, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? I'm an introverted person. I gotta know you to really like fuck with you or talk to you.
You might get 3 words out you in public, and it's gonna end with a laugh.
But I get a lot of attention though.
Now he's funny. He'll say something slick, like 3 words. It's like everybody busts out laughing, and that's it. By the way,
I get a lot of attention, but I don't really talk too much. I think I stand out in crowds, but I think when you too good or when you got all the elements, I think it intimidates a lot of people. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, not to talk shit, but I think I'm the freshest nigga. I think my sound is the dopest shit. Yeah. You know, I think highly of myself. You know what I'm saying? And I really walk it. I really like, it's a lifestyle for me. Like, this is not really, I'm not a nigga that got a hit record, lucked up and got a hit record and became this new dude.
Nah, you
like
same
I've been
dude.
like if you do the history, you can go back to my elementary school, you can go back to like anybody I grew up with, I'm the same nigga. You know what I'm saying? I always been the nigga. I always been a leader. I always been a trendsetter. I never been peer pressured into doing nothing I don't want to do.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's really got me to this point today. You know what I'm saying? So,
because
I'm confident.
I think another thing to that point, you were one of the first producers, like, and this is Flowers, you were one of the first producers to start that whole branding of the producer name. Like most producers, like they would be in the background. Like you started branding that, and you gave other producers the idea to understand, like, hey, this is how you create your own brand, so motherfuckers respect you for what you're doing.
And it's something else he did that lets you know how much he believes in himself. This is years ago, but this is how you know he ill. He breaks an artist. He's Ludacris' friend. He produces all of the music that breaks him. He could have easily just signed to DTP and been an in-house producer. He didn't. He went and did his own deal outside of them, which probably put it straight. Huh?
How you know that?
Ray
How do I know that?
Everything.
Big Jeff.
Ray
I only know that because we spoke about it.
We spoke about it.
But not only did me and you speak about it, I remember, because remember when I met you, it was kind of like right at the ascension of Bangladesh. So Lil Jon, Big John is like, go get it with Dre. And we're looking at it like, why would he work with us when he got Luda? Like, why would he give us a beat when he just did Luda whole shit? So I remember getting in the room like, yo, like, by the way, Bangladesh should tell you, I've always been this Ray. Am I lying? I've always been talkative, never been afraid. And I remember getting in the room trying to figure out like what happened, because I wanted to be down with DTP.
Yeah, you a genius too.
Thank you, bro. I wanted to be down with DTP, and he was like, I did my deal without them. And I remember I was like, for real? How did? And I remember you was like, I don't know how they felt. You was like, smart deal that you did. It was like not a fallout. I just remember that whole moment, and I remember thinking like, that take balls.
Yeah, that's like unheard of.
That's literally like, here's the plane. You ain't riding the plane. You got a seat on the plane.
I jumped out there.
And we about to take off. And he was like, I'm gonna go do my own thing over here.
I got you.
Which was like, what?
It wasn't no arrogant shit. It was just how niggas was treating niggas, man. Like it wasn't teamwork over there.
For sure.
It wasn't. I'm a team player, bro. I'll ride or die. You know what I'm saying? But when I don't feel it's reciprocated. Like I created Ludacris' first hit record that blew him up. And the nigga asked me, like, he talked to me like he put me on. He wanted 20% of my publishing. And he like sat me, cause I put you on, I deserve, like, you wasn't on, my nigga. Like,
we put each other on.
What you talking about? What are you talking about? It don't even make sense. Like, you gotta make, I'm a logical nigga. That's one thing about me. It gotta be logic to this. You know what I'm saying? If that was the case, I would have had no problem with doing it. Like if you found me, you discovered me, and you was on, you had a Def Jam deal with a Michael Jackson numbers.
Yeah.
That's what he called me. I got a deal, got Michael Jackson numbers.
That's what he said.
Yeah, I got Michael Jackson numbst. You know what I'm saying? But you go get Pharrell all the money. You gave me pennies, upfront money. You know what I'm saying? Then you try to take from my shit.
Yeah.
Like you really put me on, bro.
Yeah.
Like I didn't. Like if that was the case, I would have felt like that, and I would have felt obligated to do that.
For sure,
that wasn't it. So that's where the fallout. And we ain't even fall out over that. It's just we continued on. Like I did work on the next project, but when I asked for 12.5 a track for the next album.
I remember that.
Shaka went crazy. But they'll go get Pharrell 100. Pharrell wasn't thinking about y'all till What's Your Fantasy was popping to you somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm your friend. We
friends. We came up together.
You should look out for me.
I should get the price tag just for the hell of it. Yeah.
You should throw me the extra.
Yeah.
How do you work through that, right? So you have this friend
and I thought to cut you off. And you didn't, and I don't even think you had management. You was like handling your own business.
I ain't had no. Jeez. Shaka was trying to manage me. Like when I ain't signed with DTP, then Shaka came in and he tried to that lane.
Yeah.
It's all control. But I remember like when I have conversations with you, I take what you say real. Like we having conversation. When the paperwork is different. And I'm reading the shit. It's like when I read.
Who said that?
When I read, if you die, That shit threw me off.
Hold on, what?
That shit threw me
If
off.
you
In
not
the
clause in the
contract?
contract,
They were probably doing what's the name? They were probably taking it the same way. So if your estate,
I was thrown off.
It was probably they take what's it called of your estate.
Hey man, whatever it is, like you could kill me, bro. Like you can words like that in there.
I got you. I'm
You,
helping. I got
you could. No, I'm good.
Okay, cool.
I already got it. Like I think past the surface, so my mind started thinking like, nah, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, all that shit be in contracts. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you know, I know they, you know, you gotta protect yourself. If a lot of artists get signed, like they gotta the whoever signing them, you know, you gotta have some type of protection and shit. But back then, I'm new to this shit.
Yeah.
So I'm coming from a real place, coming into a business that I'm thinking like, oh, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna be real in this shit. You know what I'm saying? And everybody around you just manipulative and doing all this weird shit. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of like, it was a boat going this way. I jumped off that boat. You know what I'm saying? I swam back to the surface.
Exactly what you did, bro.
You know what I'm saying? And everybody thinks like you ain't gonna survive. They think you need this. Like, nigga, you tripping?
And then right after that, then that's when the Eightball and MJG record came.
Yeah.
But that's what I wanted to do. I never wanted to be in a clique. I was raised. I was the way I came up. Everybody wanted me to be a part of their shit. Ever since I was a little kid. If it was a gang, if it was a group of niggas, like I stood out. Niggas want to bring me into their shit. I never felt to be in a group of nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing with the music. I never wanted to be a part of nothing. Like I feel like I'm cooler than the leader.
For sure.
We go outside, I will be the one that niggas is like, yo, that nigga, oh, whoa. And like what dude rapping ain't really like, what it's not cool to me. Like it's party and
It's entertainment.
It's entertainment. So it wasn't nothing to follow. Like not following that. So I feel like I'm cooler. I dress cooler. I look better. I'm the nigga.
How you don't love this nigga? I'm trying to tell y'all. That's why I love. That's why I love him.
I'm the nigga. Ain't no shots. It's just like, that's just real, man. Like people gotta. Then they try to always put me in. They didn't let me be an individual because Fate and 20 was his friends first.
Yeah.
So if I come in and I'm doing the beats, I got most of the pie of what they was already around. He was catering to their feelings. So he'll put us all in a box. He would be putting them on because he was on when they wasn't on.
He carried them on.
He would be doing that with them.
Yeah.
But with me, it took both of us to create this
sound.
None of us we weren't on, so you can't treat me like you treating them. When we get our checks, we get our first checks. He's like, yeah, don't tell them what you got. Nigga, I worked this.
Right.
This is mine.
You ain't give me that. I earned it.
Then like it was just too much of a dictatorship. I remember we went to Gentleman's Club. Like I pay attention. We went to Gentleman's Club, and he gets ones and he's handing them out to us. And that's lame, bro. You want to look like the man so bad, bro. That's corny. Like you know how Gentleman's Club used to be. Like we standing in the middle. He's trying to have this look of he's handing us money. Yeah, like that's corny. I'm too cool for this. Like, this is lame.
So let me ask you a question. In that scenario, how would you like it to be handled for it not to be corny, in your opinion?
You don't hand me money. Like I didn't ask you to do that.
Don't give you money at all.
No, nigga. I work for my money, nigga. Don't hand me no money trying to look like the man in front of everybody. In front of girls?
Yeah.
That's lame.
Yeah.
That's lame. I ain't doing that. Cool. I'm cool. Like, that's corny, man.
I got a question. At what point as a producer did you understand that you needed to build your own brand to say, I got to go build my own motion to make my shit go?
When all the corny shit was going on, like, I had to learn the business as I was going. Like, nobody told me nothing. I had to learn the politics. I had to learn what niggas say to you ain't real. I had to decode words. I had to decode sentences. I had to know your body language. I had to know what you meant when you said that. The sky's blue. Oh, he didn't mean that. He meant because what he said before that led into this. Like, I'm good at that shit.
I'm about to say, but how are you so good at that and you're creative? Because that's my story. I had to learn that too, but I'm not the creative.
Because I had to stop letting the middle niggas be the dictators of where I'm going. So a nigga could come around and be like, oh, I could do this for you, do that for you. Oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Or I'm going to send your beats to this person and that person. So it's like you sitting around waiting for shit to happen and ain't nothing happening. Then you start thinking like, maybe my shit ain't that good. But that's not real.
Yeah.
That's not real. So then you start meeting these niggas. So I started going outside. I was like, man, I need to go out here and meet these niggas myself. I need to represent my own self. You know what I'm saying? So when I started bumping into these niggas that this person said they was talking to or giving my beats to, and I'm talking to them and they never heard my beats. So I'm like, damn it. So I'm sitting around thinking something's happening that ain't happening.
So you realize you got to go make it happen yourself. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like the Eightball and MJG, I started going places. I'm at birthday bash one year. I'm backstage, see Eightball. Hey, Eightball. See, I already got a hit. So that's my leverage.
That's your leverage now.
So I like, yo, I did What's Your Fantasy Ludacris. They be like, and it's a smash.
Radio,
it ain't like no just some song.
And not only
it's
that,
like,
it's also a world that you can take that you showing them. I can bring you guys from over here where making that, you know, the street records that we love, but I can also give you an element that makes it commercial.
And I'm not like a super producer nigga that they know. It's like, damn, this nigga made that. So they look at me like, word. So that's how I get the number. The conversation get the going. I was like, okay, that's how you do it. So that's how I started doing. I started bumping into niggas myself. I hollered at Wayne way before Milli, way before 2008. Wayne played me though. Wayne played me.
Spent the block on it.
So, how you play?
He was. I think he was backstage at Birthday Bash too. He was just sitting in the chair chilling. He was just sitting there, and I be, you know, in my mind, I'm like, I don't like to bother niggas because I don't know what kind of time they on. I don't know what kind of energy they on. So I was like, man, fuck it. I went over there and he's sitting down like this. Yeah. And I'm right here. I kind of lean in. I'm like, yo, I'm Bangladesh. I did What's Your Fantasy Ludacris. That nigga like.
What the fuck did you do? What you do at that moment? What you do at that moment?
Shit, nothing.
Gotta just walk off.
Yeah. All right, bro.
It was what I thought.
Yeah.
But
was he about to go on? Was he about to go on stage?
He was just sitting there, bro. I don't know what he was about to do.
Because I'm about to say that's another thing too, though. If an artist is about to go on stage, like there's a certain like he heard you because coming full circle, you came back with a Milli. So,
but that ain't. It wasn't like that. It wasn't
like
Wayne
from that
kind
moment.
of oblivious to anything.
Yeah, Wayne feel like he feel like an alien anyway. Like he lives in his own world. They always say that.
So still today, like I don't know. Like he's a different nigga. He like I see him in interviews. He don't really know no new niggas.
That's true.
So he be in his own world. Me be having like two of his, 6'7",
6'7"
is bigger than a Milli.
Really?
I did not know
On
that.
paper.
Yeah.
That's
How?
On
6'7"
paper.
is damn near 5 times platinums. Like,
Yeah,
low
low,
balling.
yeah.
oh my bad. Oh
He
my
said
bad.
the disrespect.
We
My
at
bad.
8. We at 8.
Oh, damn near
Both
diamond.
like I think a Milli was at 7, 6 foot, 7 foot was at 8 at the time I checked. But niggas sleep on that. They like 6 foot, 7 foot bigger than a Milli. But yeah, man, he kind of be in his own world, bro. Like he's not a political nigga. He's not a personal nigga. He's not a nigga that moves with his feelings. You know what I'm saying? So that's what make him great.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, it makes it it's disconnect.
I would say it makes it slightly difficult
Yeah,
to like build with.
Yeah,
Because you got to stay in the proximity at all
yeah,
times.
yeah,
to get there.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's not
I
like
see
you
that with
gonna
Wayne.
call. It's not like I got his biggest songs and he gonna call me for some more.
Oh, nah.
Hey man, what's up, man? You got something?
Yeah, you got
know
to
what I'm
just
saying?
pop up
Yeah,
in the
bro, like
vicinity.
Kanye.
You gotta like.
Wayne
I
operate
gotta
like
find
Kanye.
him.
Huh?
You operate like Kanye. Kanye operate the same way.
Like staying in his own
For real?
bubble.
I didn't.
Kanye's in his own bubble.
Now,
Nah, I'm like doing those cruel summers and
but see, Kanye
But that's the
still
Kanye,
know a nigga.
yeah.
Kanye still knows the hot nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like
His
he
ear
knew
goes to the street.
when Ludacris was doing his record with Kanye. Kanye knew me. Like,
Yeah.
man, that's my favorite. What's your fantasy? One of my favorite beats. Like Wayne he's not in tune. He's
That's
not
fair.
gonna
Yeah.
be in tune like that. He's not.
You got that, but that's what makes him a real nigga. Because everybody in this circle, everybody in this ecosystem, they just in it. It's like
Yeah.
it's people in this ecosystem who are gonna always eat because of how he operates. Like Memphis Bleak literally was on the Drink Champs, and he was like, "I can't get Jay to do a verse with me right now. Like Jay ain't gonna give me no verse right now." Wayne will give everybody on Young
He'll
Money a
get-
verse.
yeah, he
Anybody,
would.
rap, even ex niggas on Young Money.
He
He's
would.
just a rapper. Like
He would.
yeah.
She did a feature for my artist.
For real?
You know what I'm saying? Like
he did it. Yeah,
he'll
yeah.
do it. Like he'll do it.
By the way, that's why Baby started that charging the label to clear shit. That's why he did it, because Wayne was doing so many records on love for people, and Baby was like, we ain't getting none of this money. So he started charging labels for Wayne features.
If he fuck with you, but you gotta get his attention some way. Like 2 Chainz was his friend. Like he used to sell the nigga weed, so he was always around and shit. So he knew Tit was dope. Like, man, you
Yeah.
oh, bro, what they doing with you?
Yeah.
He just hopped on his shit. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't like no, I need 100 or I need this. I can't do it. You sign to him. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these niggas be on that type shit. You know?
Yeah. Major.
Yeah.
Label
So let me
politics.
ask you. So what is it about you that makes you so fearless? Like, you're the only producer that I know that took on Cash Money, how they do business, like in courts and publicly, and came out good. Like, what makes you so fearless, bro? Like, cause Dre, you know how this shit is. We've been in this shit. You see so many people that this how they eat, and they be like, man, I ain't gonna rock the boat, man, cause I gotta make sure I stay in it to eat. You ain't never. That's the one thing I have to tell you straight up, friend to friend. The one thing I admired about you, bro, you ain't never been scared. Nigga, I ain't gonna lie, Dre. I just got not scared maybe like a year ago.
Nah, hey, Ray.
Dre, I'm being honest with
Ray,
you, Dre.
no bullshit. He the reason I sent that letter to Interscope.
Oh wow.
He
When I had
ain't-
to open letter to Interscope, I was literally like, you know
he ain't
what?
scared, bro. Like, why are you not scared?
I think it's how I was raised, and I think it's just the spirit, bro. Like the spirit. I think when you real, niggas recognize that. Even if they not, they recognize like there's no fear in that. Like I could say something to you, and it's real. Nigga gonna be like, just like that. Yeah, it's real, bro.
And the one thing I liked about you, I still like, even now, as I feel like the room is discovering you, because I've been knowing you, but I feel like the room is discovering you, is that you'll say how you feel, but right after that, you have your why. It ain't like I'm arrogant, like, yo, fuck them niggas, I'm gonna get my money. It was like, nah, that happened.
Yeah.
And you can't do that to me. So now it's you creating a boundary that niggas gotta follow. Like, yo, you could be in my life, but don't make me feel like you doing me a favor.
Yeah.
We doing something for each other or
We can utilize.
whatever it is.
I like to be utilized, not used. So I was raised tough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I was the nigga that got picked on by his family, or like my cousin, like my older, everybody like fuck with me all the time. So if I go crying to my mom or my auntie or whoever, they get tired of that.
Yeah.
So you become the victim of, like you the victim, but they shunning you away.
They're not gonna
like,
let you be a victim. They're not gonna let you live in your victimhood.
Like, nigga, get out of here, you crying and shit. Get out of here. So it's like you gotta figure out how to help that. And like crying turned into like slapping niggas.
Love it. Redirect.
So like I ain't gonna cry, so I'm gonna just deal with how I deal with it. So I slap a nigga and run.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So I just became like insensitive to the sensitivity. You know what I'm saying? So, and in the world, like the world tough. So like you gotta toughen the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? And the spirit on top of that, like I always been blessed with it. You know what I'm saying? Like God speaking to me, not on no religion stuff, just the spirit. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't play me like that. So
Yeah.
I don't care who you are. I don't care like what level you on. Like I'm not gonna respect you if you ain't giving me respect.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When I first did a Milli, or when we was doing the business, I remember the mix engineer, Fabian.
Mm-hmm.
You know Fabian?
No, Fabian.
Fabian, super duper mix engineer.
Yeah.
Mixed everything. Nigga got like 4 diamond records he mixed.
Oh wow.
But he was Wayne's engineer at the time. And he told me this story before I knew him. You know what I'm saying? He was on the other end of the phone when Cash Money called me for the track outs to the song. I'm like, dang, I ain't got no money though. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all ain't paid me for the production.
I gotta stop you because for you that's nothing, but if you listening, that's big.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
As a producer, when the machine calls you and says, "Give us your tracked out beat," that's the machine's way of telling you made it. Give me the beat.
You're on the project.
On the project, give me the beat now. Most 95% of people will give the tracks over and have somebody chase down the business.
You halt that shit right
we didn't
there.
do that. Nah, we ain't doing that. I need my shit handled.
Nah, so he's on the other end of the phone, so I was like, nah. Like, no is a valuable thing to use.
Most powerful word in the dictionary.
Yeah. You know, I'm gonna tell a story before I get to that. Muhammad Ali, you know, the Hollywood was trying to give him a star on the Walk of Fame, and he kept telling them no. And they didn't understand why he's telling them no. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they asked him so much to where he started considering. He's like, you can give me one, but I want it on the wall. Because people step on this. Muhammad Ali's the only star on the wall.
Exactly. The only star.
Only star.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, no is powerful. Like, I say no a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, if it's not beneficial or if it's not, like, for a good intention, like, you can't use me. You can't play me. You know what I'm saying? So, back to the story. So, Fabian's on the other end of the phone. So, he tells me this story. He's like, man, I never heard nobody tell Cash Money no. I've never heard no. Bro, and people love me for that. Like, people love me that I don't.
That's some hero. That's some real, because it's like, because it has to change. It's not going to change until someone takes a stance. Yeah. But that stance can help that be the reason why they lost everything also. So it's like, it takes balls to say, nah.
So you know, I got the money. You know what I'm saying? No is powerful, bro. Like it gains respect. Even when the album came out, then the royalties was weird.
Yeah.
Big John told me about that. He was like, yeah, get this because they don't pay royalties.
Yeah.
Just casually said that. Like,
you're like,
he's used to them doing business.
You're like, I'm gonna get my fucking I don't know about
like, what? Nah, nigga. What you talking about? What are you talking about? I never experienced this ever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, hell no. You know, so when I started speaking public, it wasn't like, that wasn't the intention.
Yeah.
I wasn't like, nigga, I'm finna go talk, I'm finna go tell, I'm finna go. It wasn't the intention. I was in an interview and somebody asked me about Lil Wayne, like some Lil Wayne, and like how I felt. I say what I feel, and I'm like, man, fuck Lil Wayne. And they, journalists, they'll take that shit and like, yo, Bangladesh said, fuck Cash Money, you know what I'm saying? And it became this thing.
But you basically saying in the tone of, man, fuck Lil Wayne, we talking about this.
Yeah, like.
Yeah.
And we not, the business ain't right. So like, fuck that.
But I think that's also very important too. In this business, you are what you allow. Like if you allow somebody to walk on you, then they're gonna be like, fuck it, they're gonna keep trying it. So like, why you putting your foot down and saying no? Like, nah, we're not doing that. We're not operating that way. You give people that advantage.
A lot of the producers on that album was calling me like, yo, man. I remember these one, I ain't gonna say their name, but they called me. It was like, yo, man, we wanted to do the same thing, but we didn't want to ruin our relationship.
You don't want to hear that. You don't want to hear none of that shit. You don't want to hear none of that shit.
What? I said, what is, like, if you logically think about the relationship in that situation, it's a pimp hoe relationship.
Yep.
Like, why you want to be a hoe?
Damn.
Like, you a hoe, nigga. You value in being a hoe. You know
and what's
what
the
I'm
point?
saying?
What's the
That's
point?
crazy.
And it's something I had to learn that I just learned, and why are you holding on to a relationship if it's not truly benefiting you? Because some people hold on to the relationship with the hope that it benefits them. Like, I'm gonna stick around because this might work out.
They think about the potential.
They think about the potential. So but which makes you more frustrated because you're making up shit in your head now. They gonna see me make a platinum record. They gonna come give me this. It's gonna be good. You ain't never been on that.
But you already in it. You niggas is already on the project, not getting royalties.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
But you're still valuing the relationship.
Exactly.
But I think the bigger thing, and like, shout out Big John, I love Big John. But the bigger thing that Big John pulled you to the side was like, make sure you get this. Like, that's an issue in itself that they've set the standard. Like, Cash Money has set the standard of saying, this is how we're going to operate. You either gonna fuck with how we operating, or we ain't gonna do business with you. And it's like you being the outlier saying, nah, bro, you got me fucked up.
But I gotta
bro.
tell you something. That's not completely true. Cash Money. Here's the problem. Baby was taking advances. So what's happening is Baby, because they're independent, is taking advances. It might be $100 million. So Republic has to get their money back from the music. So he already took the advance out that he's expecting. So now he's looking at his money, and Republic is like, Cash, they got it. And now they looking at him like, we ain't got your money. We just got an advance. Nah. So it was really kind of like this business practice.
Miscommunication.
They're
business
responsible for doing the administration for that.
Absolutely.
So and they
when you
are
say
not,
they who?
Cash Money.
Cash Money.
And they're not
Money.
set up for it. So
As
like
a JV,
even when I did a deal with Cash Money, and I don't know if this happened to you, but Cash Money is the first record company I've been the only, not first, the only record company that wrote me a personal check.
Wow.
Like
I
every
got a personal
every check that you get from every label is a printed check.
From the bank.
No, they write their checks.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So yeah, so they control their money. So they really got a bad rap, but they got the bad rap because they wasn't organized.
They didn't understand how to even handle that business.
They didn't understand they rolling shit and they street niggas and they don't give a fuck. They like, we who we are. So
And niggas wasn't saying nothing. Now I will say, like, if you're saying something, you go to them, he gonna take care of you.
exactly.
Wait, I got a question. So Baby just walking around with a checkbook in his pocket and just writing everybody checks? Like,
Or Slim.
there's no accounting, nothing?
Or Slim.
No, there's
What's
accounting. There's
I
accounting.
don't know
but-
accountant. I don't know because accountants don't do personal checks.
Right, that's what I'm
So
saying.
when I say accounting, they gonna pay some taxes.
No. I'm talking about an accountant that actually
Looking,
handles the
approving,
business.
making sure shit is going down.
You get your check from them. Like, and like you said, if you trip, like I don't want to put them out there like that, but my first check that Cash Money gave me bounced. Like, that shit was scary because, artists be needing their money, and you know how this shit go, Dre. They wrote me the check. I wrote everybody else their checks. They went and cashed it immediately out my account. Now I go, my shit negative something. So I'm like, what the fuck going on? It was like the check bounced. So I had to get another check reissued immediately. And I was talking to Slim. Slim is the nicest guy.
He the nicest.
And he will work
Like
with you.
good cop, bad cop.
And he'll do whatever. I was talking to Slim and he was like, my bad, we gonna get it straight, da da da. And I'm trying to be cool. split up my account negative. But like when,
Right.
like so I get it. Like, but it's just growing pains for
Baby
dudes.
wrote me
But you changed that. You changed it.
Check, like wrote me a $500,000 check.
Hold on, what? They wrote you a royalty check themselves?
Not technically a royalty check. He created a deal, like a
With
song
you.
deal.
Is this before the drama or after the drama?
You know what? He's not the first producer that said that.
So that's how they fixed it. They gave. Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, so we created this deal, 10-song deal. He wrote me half the money, and I never had to. The terms never
Was dictated.
They never took beats. Shit just went away.
There's another producer that had the same situation for Rich Gang.
That's what happens when you don't have all your shit. See, I hate to say this because they my niggas, but it's just nigga business. It's just it's like I'm running my business the way I run it. Hey, nephew, we gonna get this shit straight. They probably knew that was kind of one of those like wink the eye, like nigga, you good. I might call you, I might not, but you good though, right?
The funny part is that's when everybody's coming to you about trying to get a JV deal. One of the things now that you're vetting, it's not even necessarily about having the artists that are vetted. You're vetting the fact that can you come and have actual legitimate business that you're doing? Because you have to, like, when you have to do a royalty statement, like, you have to turn that back in for taxes. So if a motherfucker can't give you an actual royalty statement, he coming back and giving you, oh, well, we paid this person X amount of dollars. Well, what was that based on? Was that based on last year's earnings, or was that based on 2 years' earnings? They have no idea. So, like,
and not only that, it's a complicated business. I mean, like,
absolutely,
like, dog, royalty,
a lot of moving pieces.
It's complicated, bro.
You gotta have
a real company, real data system that does that.
Dedicated to doing that.
Yeah, it's
track of royalties.
Because then they hit the radio, you got to worry about mechanicals. You got to worry about, like, it's a lot of shit going on.
Yeah.
What's a JV deal?
Joint
venture.
Okay, got
partnership.
It. I was over here trying to guess what.
It's just a partnership. Like, okay. It's like Cash Money don't have a JV deal, by the way. They have a distribution deal. They control everything. Everything.
Okay.
Which they're responsible
for everything too, by the way.
For paying out royalties.
Okay.
Which if most JVs, if I have a JV and I owe you money, the label's gonna pay me and they're gonna pay you. Cash Money is technically the label. Yep. But it's ran by two brothers. One, is an artist, street dude, and the other is businessman. It's going.
They've never even seen. They didn't understand how to pay out a royalty.
Yeah,
even understand what the statement looks like coming back.
And they didn't also understand that they was getting advances. And when people like, I need my money, they looking at Universal's like, we're just a distributor. Mm-hmm. They have the money, and they looking like, man, we just bought all these cars and houses. What the fuck you talking? That's our money.
It's spent already.
It's not our money. It's the money for everybody. So it's just I wouldn't want that deal.
It's a wild game.
I wouldn't want that deal unless I had, like Dre said, Bangladesh said, I had a whole division of people who worked under me that did it.
It's a lot of responsibility to be in control of people's money. So it's something that you don't even want to take responsibility for.
Yeah, it's like, I don't want to buy money in my account.
I don't want to be responsible.
So I have a question. So let's say you're going to sign a producer. You're signing producers, right? If you're signing producers, would you much rather the major publisher that you're signing them with handle their royalties, or would you, like, if there's most producers signing to you on a production deal, do you want to handle their royalties? Because I've like, over time, producers get upset. They're like, oh, I'm owed this or I'm owed that. You're like, no, bro. I
learned that lesson. I would like whoever else the easiest thing. I want niggas to get their money. I don't want to be responsible for it, because that shit can go in your account. You don't even know you owe niggas shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't even know what, like, you got to really know what you're doing. You
Absolutely.
Have an administrator. You got to have, like, people that really know this shit.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Really divvy out the money.
That's why it's super hard to build a conglomerate in this shit. Because it's going to be a lot of fucking up.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of...
It's going to be a lot of fucking up, and people take this shit personal, like you robbing
like you trying, like, feel like you trying me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it ain't. It's just, nigga, I didn't know. Yeah. I didn't know that I had to do that.
I didn't know I had a statement that came in on September 29th. Because it was going to
when
the
they sent
quarter.
me that check, it was our money. I didn't know that was our money. I thought that was my money.
That shit gone, nigga.
Wait, I want to get back to the music real quick. So you said that originally Lil Wayne said no to you and kind of brushed you off. So how did you end up?
No, he ain't say no.
Well, not no, but he kind of gave you the look. Yeah, nothing, right? So how did you end up securing that relationship and doing 6 foot and a
I
Milli?
think it's just the work. The work outperforms the relationships. I don't really have no relationships for artists, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's
I have a couple of niggas that we friends, but I notice like even my friends that's artists, we don't do work. We don't do a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? I think the work, like I said, if he took that shit personal, I wouldn't have did 6 foot, 7 foot, did it on him for Nicki Minaj. Like that shit would have been deaded. You know what I'm saying? If all Cash Money period would have took what I did personal, like, oh fuck that nigga. Anything that came through is like, oh fuck this no, throw that shit out.
Get his name off my desk.
But they was still fucking with it. You know what I'm saying? I think just the work outperforms. I think they businessmen. You know what I'm saying? So they weren't taking that shit personal. Cause like I said, like it's real. What I said is real. It's not like a nigga. It's not like a girl saying, "Oh, you raped me," and it didn't happen type shit. Like this really happened. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, you owe me money. You know what I'm saying?
Business, personal, personal.
Yeah.
I want to ask you a question. What's your favorite Bangladesh production song? Like your personal favorite?
That's hard, bro. Like I think I put all the same energy into them, so it's hard. I think to say what's my favorite is what I foreseen from the beginning to the end. You know, like
that's why I'm asking you that.
You can have expectations for something from the beginning to the end, but when it gets to the middle of something, like something comes out of nowhere and fucks up some creativity part of it, and it's like, damn. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I would have to say, like, I think What's Your Fantasy, because it's my first record, and when I produced that record in my auntie's basement, the same feelings that I used to have growing up in my neighborhood that kept me away from doing mischief or what like my friends was doing. When I created that, I got that same feeling. Like it connected me to the spirit. Like it made me know shit was real.
Did you know it was a hit?
That feeling, nigga, I got that feeling that God was giving me when I was in my hood and thinking about doing what these niggas doing. He'd be like, nah, nigga, you good. I got you. So when I made it, it was that same shit. Like I didn't know what a hit was.
Yeah.
I don't know what. I would just naturally could make these shits. Like I could naturally. I wasn't like I'm trying to make a radio song.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't. I don't play instruments. Like if you listen to What's Your Fantasy, there's melodies in there. Like I played. Like I could play.
Yeah.
I put some sounds in that shit. I was like, I was like, God damn, that shit is crazy.
You know,
I impressed myself.
L.A. Reid told me, he said that him and Babyface first hit record was Rocksteady by the Whispers. He was like, that was the first time that I saw God in the room. That I knew God came in the room through the speakers.
And that's the record.
That's why I said I feel like you just said the same thing. Like it felt like that was like God's hands was touching it with me, and we made some great shit.
But Ray, that shit is true though. When you like, and when you're working in your passion and what you're supposed to be doing, you walk in your path. Like you've been in the studio and you felt the record come on. You like, bro, God damn, my life about to change.
Yeah,
like I know this about to happen.
I'm trying to think what record.
Or being with a new artist, you like, I know my life about to change with this artist.
I never thought like that though. I never thought money or life changing.
So what was your thought process going through it?
My thought process was like doing something I love.
So you led with love.
I
not
never
money.
thought about the money. Like, nigga, I'm finna be rich. Nigga, you know what I'm saying?
I'm about to go.
I never thought like that ever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Thought process was just doing what spoke to me. You know what I'm saying? And like doing that. I think if you're doing something you love, it don't really matter
what the outcome is.
Yeah, what the outcome is. You know what I'm saying? It's like you love it. People be like, man, what do you do for fun? This? Like
you
fun.
are a producer. You are a producer. You are. That's what you do.
They be
That's
like,
what
no,
you
that's
are.
work. That's work. No, it ain't. It ain't work. I could turn on a beat, right? I I can go to my machine and turn on a beat, and that's the first part. That's the first time a motherfucker see me smile and laugh and like feel good.
Yeah. Yes. So is there an artist that you want to work with? Is there an artist that you're like, I want to do a project with that person? Are you not there? Like, because the one thing about you I've always known is Chandra, Bangladesh don't give a fuck. I got to change the name of my phone to Bangladesh. But I'm saying, I just know him as Dre. Like, Bangladesh don't give a fuck. Like, I've never seen you chase the game. I've never seen you pitch yourself. You literally, I'm telling y'all now, this is not for the camera. This is who he is. This is who he's been since I met him in 03, 04. Yeah. Like, same calm, confident. So I'm saying to you, if you had to say, is there anybody out there that you want to work with? You like, I want to do a project with that person that you think would be crazy.
I always thought me and Wayne should do a whole body of work.
I agree.
Like a full
I ain't gonna lie,
album.
I didn't want to be, I didn't want to,
Like,
because your beats is so ill, and you really need somebody that knows
Yeah.
how to like attack it. But I'll be honest with you, my favorite Bangladesh production, and this is hard I'm saying this because their first album is on my list. Don't Want No Drama. Bust a nigga head, slap a hoe, shoot
That's
the club
when
up.
Bangladesh was invented.
Yeah.
You know, prior to that, it was like, you know, you have people that inspire you. So you pull from your inspiration.
Yeah.
So you find yourself kind of like being like that. Producing, like, you got to become your own thing. Like, everybody gets inspired by something that came before. And we find ourselves like emulating that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And never becoming your own self. That time right there is when I became myself.
That's hard. I remember.
That's when I first started tagging the beat. But I didn't tag the beat knowing what I was doing consciously. Like,
What was your thought
tag
process?
my beat for people to know me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like, it just, I was doing ad-libs I was working with some of my artists, my in-house writers and shit. And I was working on this project, and Bangladesh was my company, like Bangladesh.
Exactly.
Records.
That's why.
You know what
By the
I'm
way, that's why it's hard for me to say that, because it's like somebody calling me Radar. Like, I knew him as Chandra, and his company was Bangladesh. And then I remember when you merged it, and then
Because when I came in the game, I didn't, like, it happened so quick for me. I didn't have no stage name. I didn't have a product name. So I didn't want to just come up with some shit that I ain't gonna like next year. Cause I'm an organic nigga. Like, it gotta come organically. So Bangladesh was always like the company, Bangladesh Records and shit. But so that's what I was doing. I was doing a project, a company project. So I was doing that. I was shouting out Bangladesh on there, and I sampled myself.
Yeah.
And I just put it in front of the beat.
I remember when you made that, by the way, because I also know that the Lemonade record with Gucci, that's his kids. Yeah. I remember we talked about that, and you was like, yeah, that's his kids. So he was like, and I remember I was like,
cute.
and he's like, you can't just get a straight answer out of Bangladesh. You know, I'm like, yo, that shit was hard, man. How you do that? I'm a fucking genius.
Gucci love the kids. Gucci for the people, right?
My kids, it did.
Gucci
You know what
for
I'm saying?
president?
That's
Gucci
what my
for
kids.
president. Okay.
Yeah, shit be happening unconsciously. Like, man, I want to keep talking about the spirit, but like, the spirit worked with me, man. Like, me tagging that beat like that with the Bangladesh became my name. And it's always been there. But I didn't identify with it. I didn't like recognize it like, this is my name. Once I started tagging the beats, people started calling me Bangladesh. You know
Is that I remember? That's why I'm like, I remember that. So people like, you know, Bangladesh. I'm like,
yeah,
Chandra.
So people was confused.
Yeah, so people was
like,
that's
I had
what,
a whole body of work of Chandra, then like this Bangladesh, like Busta Rhymes tell this story like when because I met Busta in 06 and down here in a club. I had just did Bossy. So like anything I'm doing, anything I do, that's my way to get at you.
Yeah.
Like, yo, I did Bossy for Khalees, and you know, niggas give you that look like, word.
yeah.
You know, game, way political back then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I'm talking to Busta
They looking for the next radio.
Yeah.
Like
I'm looking at Busta
And not only that,
Rhymes, you know what I'm
the
saying?
story mattered. So when you come with your record, and it mattered to radio.
Yeah.
Like, yo, this was produced by Bangladesh, who did Don't Want No Drama, which is number one, did Khalees. So now the program directors who were in control at the time is like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Let me add this in rotation because it's proven that he's a hit
It's all
maker.
like making sense. But when I bumped into Busta Rhymes, I introduced myself as Sean Dre.
Yeah.
And I gave him a beat CD. And I ain't hear from him in 2 years. Milli came out in 2008. He tells this story, he's in the club. He said it's like billionaires in there, like Jay-Z in there, there's all these people in there. A Milli come on and it just disrupts the whole thing.
Room.
And he hollers at his manager, who I know, A Blitz at the time. A Blitz in tune, like he knows Sean Dre. So he's like, yo, who did this beat? He's like, the nigga Sean Dre. No, a nigga named Bangladesh did this.
Oh, so that's what made you have to feel like I got to roll with the Bangladesh.
Nah, I had already
Yeah.
transitioned. I had already transitioned by then, but in 2006, I think I introduced myself as Sean Dre. So he was like, nah, I think a nigga named Bangladesh did this. He's like, that's Sean Dre. That's the same nigga. So he runs home and gets the beats CD that I gave him 2 years ago, and he makes a song off one of the beats. Like, yo, I'm gonna call this a trilly. It's a trilly. You know what I'm saying? So it really be the momentum in the politics of it. It don't really, like, niggas be thinking niggas is really talented.
Yeah.
A lot of the game is not about talent. It's about who's working for you, with you, and who's campaigning you.
And also ad against you.
Who's in your pocket, who's uplifting you in the system. It ain't about how dope the beat is, or it ain't about that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because if it was about that, I'd be killing
But
these
you had to
niggas.
know, but you had to know all to even create a tag when you were doing the Bangladesh records. So that like that part is very integral because you understood how to make. Okay, I need to start branding my own shit.
That wasn't his
That
intention.
wasn't like I
But
wouldn't.
that-
But I didn't even know the word.
That was a great mistake
Like,
that
it
happened.
wasn't even
Right,
you know
it was
his
a great
mistakes?
mistake.
Yeah.
Frank
I wasn't
Lucas
even
didn't know
thinking
the
about
Frank
that
Lucas
shit.
didn't understand I need to brand this Blue Magic.
Yeah.
He said I need to create a name.
Not only that, but he also needed to stand out because when I set my shit out, I want niggas to know my name.
So you were in that, like, well, that's why I say, like, working in your purpose and working in your path. Like, you
Yeah.
understood that at the time. So
It should be
intuition takes over.
unconscious, though. It be unconsciously just doing shit, man, and it just turns into what it turns into.
So let me ask you, how do you feel about today's music industry? Like, cause I can imagine, but like what I mean by that is like it's like now it's beat packs, right? It's like beats, like J. Cole like beats. It's, the A&Rs have no power. No power. The artists control everything. Like, and I know it has to be hard for you because I specifically remember, and this is 20 years ago, you working with Noah and Noah doing his thing. And I've never seen this for him, by the way. You were right there while he's writing. Let me hear what you got so far. Nah, say that. Don't. This is, he didn't even wait for the verse to be done. He was like, let me hear. Nah, say that. Add that. Do this. Go there. That's real producing. So you are a real producer. But it feels like today's industry doesn't value real producers. How you feel about
There's no
where's that
value
today?
in real producers unless you locked in with a nigga. A nigga gotta really believe in you, or you gotta have that relationship with a motherfucker. I don't really work with people that I'm not considered a person they want to work with. Like you gotta be like, I want to work with you.
Yeah.
Because we gonna get in the room and it ain't nothing gonna happen because I'm here and you're there. You know what I'm saying? So like you gotta know what you getting into. You know what I'm saying? You gotta wanna, like, man, I fuck with you, I wanna work with you. That makes it easier for me. I don't wanna go in the studio feeling like I'm working and shit. Trying to
figure out
what you want.
Yeah.
Like, what you hear, like, and you just want the same thing a nigga been giving you. And I'm a producer. Like I like to bring a different perspective to who you are.
Because everybody you produce for, your records stand. It's like
Yeah,
it's a collaboration between you and them.
Like,
it's not like
the whole point.
Yeah.
Like that's what else we doing?
Mm-hmm.
Like if you have an established audience and you records in or you albums in, and I come in and I just do the same thing you doing, like that ain't doing nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Like that ain't, I don't feel good about this. Like I want to bring a new audience to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But still keep you where it don't look weird for you.
Not too
you know
far
what I'm saying?
off.
Like Lemonade for Gucci, like that's like, I gotta find a way to say it because nigga might hear that and be like, it might sound like Lemonade changed his life or something.
It did. I speak on it. I'm a Gucci fan.
But by the way, Dre,
He's a Gucci
he
representative.
been fighting for Gucci all day. So
If he ain't offended,
when he saw
then Gucci
you,
ain't offended.
he was like, the dude that produced Gucci's biggest song is here now. We're in. Like, he loves it.
But I wanted to, you know, when I approach trap, I'm just using this as an example, but that's how I approach music. I just want to give you something that people that didn't like you at first, from what you was presenting, now they be like, man, I like that Gucci, man. I like that Gucci record. Like niggas in New York in the barbershop talking about Lemonade.
Facts.
Before that, they might not have fucked with
They wrote him
it.
off as a Southern rapper.
Yeah, like, and see, we can appreciate what it was because we identify with it. But everybody don't think that the masses don't think the same. You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
I just be wanting to bring the best. I think I'm good at ghetto high fashion.
I like
I was about to say
high
that.
fashion
Like,
hood
like,
shit.
like hood shit, but for some reason
High
it stands
fashion
out.
hood shit.
Like, because even when I look at, so like, I'm gonna give you some examples, right? Like Mario, Break Up, Love, he has nothing in his catalog that sound like that.
It's fact.
Khalees, I'm a Boss, nothing in her catalog. Wayne, Milli, and Six, nothing sounds like it. Beyonce, Diva, I'm a
when
diva.
Beyonce
I'm a
said
diva.
that's the first record I ever did that was like the start of the Sasha Fierce.
Yes.
You did Homecoming too, didn't you? Or something on Homecoming? They
Kanye?
sampled it.
Kanye?
Beyonce Homecoming.
I did video phone and diva.
Video phone. There you go.
So you're
I
stuck.
wouldn't even have gave her. She picked that beat. I wouldn't have never.
Video
if it was
phone,
up to me,
Mm-hmm.
I would have gave her that shit.
Yeah. So I want to ask you, because you always, to me, have been futuristic. But I believe my only thing that I would say that I think that Bangladesh did was you didn't talk. Because I feel like, bro, I know a lot. We know everybody in the music business. It's rare to meet a real producer, like a producer that understands. Not even like some producers are producers, but they businessmen. Like they like, I'm trying to get to the money. Like you are a purist in that form. What does the future look like for you going forward? Like, cause I have an idea. I'm like, bro, you need to just do an album called Welcome to Bangladesh.
Love it.
And like make it like, cause I feel like today you have to be the brand. Like that's why I'm
Absolutely.
doing this right now.
Yeah,
Bro,
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like Bang, no, like this is who I've always been,
Yeah,
crazy
yeah,
in the studio
definitely.
talking shit. I'm just bringing studio conversations to a pod, but I feel like I needed to be the brand because I got tired of feeling like I gotta walk in the room and introduce myself to you. I gotta walk in the room and tell you how dope I am, like, or open my mouth. And then it's crazy because what this show has done for me, where now I walk places and I don't have to introduce myself to people who I might like. They all know me now. Like, man, I fuck with you. So for me, I feel like you have to be the brand, and I think you are one of those rare ones that can carry it almost the way Metro Boomin does. Cause I don't even think it's just Welcome to Bangladesh music. I think it's Welcome to Bangladesh fashion. I think it's just like a curated world by you. Cause I know one thing: if I had an artist and you was like, "This what I'm doing," I send them over. Hell, I'm talking about big artists, by the way. I send them over because my mind is like, what the fuck is the worst that can happen besides you get something different? We don't know what will happen with different. And guess what? If he puts it out.
But see, you think like an A&R. You think like a nigga that how the game used to be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I value those people. Like there's not too many A&Rs like in the whole career that segued the records, that reached out to me and said, yo, I wanna, it was you and what's Swiss Beats man's name?
Boo?
Nah, Swiss Beats man's name. Huh?
No, you talking the one that passed away?
Nah. He's he A&R for Swiss Beats. Damn, what's that?
I know Monique,
But him,
manager.
Him like niggas that get excited.
But Bang, I'm telling you, the game needs you.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like no, I'm like
the beauty of it. The beauty of it is that everything's coming full circle.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Like everything. There's nothing that's gonna be slept on in a minute because everything's coming around. Like everybody's connecting dots now. Niggas shout me out in their songs. J. Cole just shouted me out in his song. Like I ain't produced the record.
Oh wow, that's nice.
You know what I'm saying? He said I
Free shout.
I made a Milli like I'm Bangladesh. You know what I'm saying? Went viral. Now niggas like making videos of like, oh, he's not talking about the country. He's actually talking about the producer. It's like, so everything's coming full circle. I think the beauty of it is like staying youthful, staying current.
You know what it is? Staying fresh.
Staying fresh.
Like how you come in here, like I be telling
Staying
people be
fresh.
losing when they walk in with looking like they woke up on a Monday and just grabbed something out the closet.
But this is just me though.
I
Like,
know, but
this
that's what I'm
is
saying. Like you got it, but I'm saying
Yeah.
a nigga could see you and immediately say, who the fuck is he? What does he do?
Yeah.
Not like
I went in Target, the lady was like, man, I need to take a picture of you. I said, what you finna do with the picture? Like, what you just want to take a picture of me? You know what I'm saying? Like, so like staying youthful, staying current. I think my sound always been ahead of the game, so it's always been relevant.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not like a producer that had this like a moment where their sound work and went out of style.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like my sound's still current. Records come out like 2-3 years later and work and
I got a
you know
question.
what I'm saying?
So if they ask you like no ID, would you go inside of a building and help fix what's fucked up in the buildings?
Would I do that? I don't know if I would want that stress. I don't know if the building is even like relevant to give it attention like that. You know what I'm saying?
they don't have the buildings have no more power where they
I
can.
don't know. I probably would just be there collecting a check type shit. And
That's
like
real.
collecting a check, you kind of like you ain't got no voice. They don't utilize people for what they are. That they'll hire Ray, but they'll just try to son them or like
Tell me what to do.
tell him what to do instead of letting them do what he knows what to do for them. That's the industry used to be that way where they'll hire Ray and believe in what he's saying because they don't know.
Yeah.
Facts.
Like that's the industry I miss that. Niggas like Jimmy Iovine didn't know what the Chronic was. Sylvia Rome didn't know what Missy and Busta was doing. She just believed in them niggas. Like, man, what's the budget? $1 million? Oh, here you go. She didn't like there's nothing that touched her but them. Like it wasn't the music. They was like, man, what the fuck is this? Like niggas be like, what the like Peter Edge called me break up.
Didn't understand it probably, huh?
He's like, he got Trevor.
Yeah.
He got
Trevor Jared.
Now, I'm gonna tell you how this makes sense because we're talking about working in a label. So you got Trevor who works for this guy that is the man running the shit, white guy behind a desk in a building. Trevor comes in like, hey man, this is the cool shit, and he's like, oh, I don't know. So he has Trevor do the dirty work. Hey man, yeah, I got Peter Edge on the phone. Yeah, man, hey Bang, hey Bang, yeah man. Yeah, we were here listening to Breakup, man. I had people in the room. I was playing Breakup for people in the room, man. And everybody was dancing at first. Then the beat stopped. How you dance to that? Shut the fuck. I swear to God. How you dance to that part? Well, could you add drums to that? Nah, man. So that hinders me from doing more work because I say no.
But
and it's like,
but it worked.
yeah, it worked, but we ain't doing work again.
No, that's what I'm saying. But I think
But you were the pioneer of it.
no,
Like,
But see, after you prove yourself, they don't be like, "Oh, I was wrong. Let's get him back in and let him do it."
because they probably got fired.
They don't do that.
I'm gonna tell you why they don't do that.
They don't do
Can I
that.
tell you why they don't do that? Because you ain't doing this. And let me tell you what I noticed. They fear. Like, dog, I brought in, I never said this on record, and I'm going to say it. When I had a joint venture with Universal Publishing, I signed and brought in Future and his joint venture, which landed Metro Boomin. The guy that I did the deal with, I brought that deal in. I can tell you everything about the deal. I brought the deal in. And the guy who, like, you know how it is, like, you working with somebody in the building. Like, that's my guy. He's like, Ray, I'm like, yo, you get this kid named Future. You got to be up on it, sign it. He was like, I'm going to do the deal. I'm going to take care of your joint venture. He gets let go. I got an email from the president of Universal saying, of the company, Rondor, saying, Ray Daniels is responsible for bringing in Future. I go to Universal like, hey, look, can I get my royalties? No, I ain't giving you nothing. Now, watch this. Polo the Don, my bro, he goes public. Fuck Universal. They racist. They hate us. They do this. They do that. They do this. They do that. They pay him. Same scenario. He said he wanted his money, they paid him. When Sonny Digital say he want his money, they pay him. When you try to work quietly through the building and try to talk, fuck you. What you gonna do? Once it goes public and they see enough people looking at it, just make it go away. They gotta fear you. So a dude like you speaking, doing what you did, and then coming back saying that makes them say, because a lot of the times these guys have a million things going on. But hearing this makes them say, he's fucking right. Man, somebody get Bangladesh on the phone. We actually need him for this, this, and this. And to me, I felt like, because I always looked at you and Polo as like, kind of like, y'all both had like that ill sound in Atlanta.
Man, cut it out.
No, I'm saying the ill, different sound.
Where you think you get it from? Let's not even go here.
I want to go there. But I'm just saying, you and Polo had the different sound for the city and Lil Jon, but I think Polo was just loud and Bangladesh was quiet to himself.
Pioneered a lot of these niggas.
Said really?
No, bro. When I tell you, I know.
Jumpstart a lot of these niggas' ideas, bro. For real. Like, don't ever do me like this.
I love it.
So he said, really? Oh, really?
So I'm saying this is that
I've been that nigga, bro.
You
like
better
I've
tell
been
him.
niggas been paying attention. You know what I'm saying? I inspire these niggas, man.
you feel like you spotted a lot of these niggas in the
Absolutely.
game.
What?
Is there anything that you heard that you was like, he was watching what I was doing and try
I
to
see that shit all the time. All the time. I'm just like, I don't have the platform to make it look like I did it first. I've been doing it. I've been doing fashion shit. I was rocking Pearl. I made a Pearl Scully mask, nigga, in 2014. Now you see ASAP Rocky, he got all this, like I've been doing this. I've been doing this, bro.
But
I've
sometimes
been rocking Pearl. I've been doing all this
you
shit.
have. I ain't gonna lie. I wonder that
been
you've always
this.
been ill.
Nigga, the internet is an ill thing. Niggas be watching you.
I know that.
And they got the platform to like take, nigga,
I ain't gonna lie.
know what I'm saying?
When I started working with big, huge producers, and you start realizing that they're watching, and I know, and I ain't gonna put them out there, but it was a hit record that was out on a pop artist, and the person that produced it and wrote it was like, man, I just remade 50 Cent what 50 Cent did, and it was like, brother, he ain't lying. Like niggas being
nigga,
in
I
the
did a
room.
Milli, bro, that everybody do. Will I am. I'm like, it'd be like these niggas be like the difference between me and all the super producers, they got big homies. They attached to labels. They got Jimmy Iovine. They got Jay-Z. They attached to the system.
I agree.
I've never been.
That was the hardest thing with working with
By
y'all.
the way, if I didn't tell you that as,
system.
on some friendship, we wasn't doing the interview. I'll tell you, the only thing that hinders you from being everything is you don't have a system.
Yeah, I know.
Broadcasting.
I know.
Bangladesh.
See, that's what make niggas dope.
Yeah,
Is the system.
yeah. That's
It
what makes
ain't
them
like they
popular.
They really that dope.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they
All
have an
these
opportunity.
niggas got systems. You know what I'm saying? They took the deals that I really wasn't trying to fuck with.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Depending on whatever the situation was. But like people don't really want to work with me too much because I have my own like
thought process.
I think like this.
Yeah.
And they can't like finesse it
and manipulate you,
know,
or
like they can't take this, and they don't even want to have a conversation with it.
Yeah, I
It's
agree.
just
By
like,
the
oh,
way,
man, that
you
nigga-
ain't wrong, bro.
man,
You
that
100%
nigga, man,
right.
I don't know, man. That nigga
Because you
know
gonna
the
tell me
business.
what it is.
That nigga, man.
He know too much. He know the
what I'm saying?
business.
So, you know, that's the only thing. Like I've been able to do all this with nobody.
He ain't lying.
Like with nobody.
And you handle all
I've been
your
coming-
business,
I've
by
been
the way.
coming through the back doors, coming at the end of the projects, getting the records, the singles, and the niggas on the project be like, man, this nigga can't. God damn, this nigga showed up. Fuck. For real, I come in the room like niggas be like, you see it on their
Yeah.
face.
Yeah.
I know peers like niggas. I know these. I see it. Like niggas hate when I come around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They hate it. They be like, oh, fuck. I swear to God. But if I had a system like them, but you see when the system stops, niggas die off.
Yeah. Like a motherfucker.
They just oh,
They disappear.
like they wasn't nothing.
That system amplifies you. And then once you get away from it, it's like
Niggas, the system funneling you work, funneling you whole projects to do. Do this whole
not
thing.
even,
do this
not even that. Not only that, we got this record we think is a hit. It's
Yeah.
it's an
Oh,
8.
put
We
your
just
tag
need you
on
to
it.
put your thing on it and make it a 10.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, all of that.
I never been treated like that. I never had the big
You
homie.
know about that shit, don't you? You got. There's a lot of producers out here that's not producing.
My uncle never been the nigga that runs this. I never had that.
Yeah. Because Polo was managed by Jimmy's nephew, DJ, who named his company Fake Work. Let all you niggas know I ain't gotta work, and I'm still gonna get paid.
The name of the company.
His company's called Fake Work, and he only does black music, and white boys don't let him in.
And I
White boys
met
don't
with
fuck with him
Jimmy
at all.
and Jimmy and the other dude. What's
Ron Fair,
no, it was Jimmy's right hand man dude.
Steve Berman.
Not a nigga do Apple.
No.
No. Not Larry Jackson.
Larry Jackson.
Larry Jackson.
Oh,
So I met with them. You meet and nothing happens. I don't know if it's the vibe, the energy, but you know when real come in the room, niggas identify with something they can't play with it. They can't like get away with doing.
I got a question though. Do you think that's because it's because you came too real, or it's because you didn't come?
It ain't
with
like I'm in here being like doing some shit.
So the difference is
It's just
right.
like the energy.
When you walk in the room and you have a team behind you, or you have a group of individuals, a collective that understands the business, that by you being a creative and trying to do the business at the same time, it makes it hard for.
I got my business partner there. He's a buffer, so it ain't like me talk. I don't talk. You know what I'm saying? I have to have regular conversation, but we're not talking business. I sat down with Puff. Puff tried to sign me. I took my attorney, a female attorney, with me. We sitting in a room full of like 17 people, and he's like telling me, you know, what he's trying to do. You know, Atlanta's my second home, and I want you to be the first producer of Bad Boy South. And I don't talk. Like he asks a question, she answers. And it's like three questions that she answers. He's like, he can answer his own questions. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know that nigga ain't going for that shit. So, and the first thing I said, like, I already knew that this not what I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? So like, man, really ain't trying to sign with you. Wow. It's like the first word.
that's the first thing you said to him.
First word.
What was his reaction?
I don't even want to answer.
Oh.
I don't even want to answer.
What you mean you don't want to answer? You just gave him an answer.
I want you to think about it.
Oh, don't answer
the
me
nigga
right now.
said-
Take
the
some time
nigga
to think.
he said, matter of fact, I'm going to give you 6 months of work. No paperwork. I was like, no, I'd rather have paperwork than no paperwork. It's crazy.
It's different.
No
You different, bro.
paperwork.
You
Right.
different, bro.
What?
You just be turning down life changing.
No
You
paperwork.
different, bro. You feel like everybody else would be like, "Where's the money?"
Right. I'll be here tomorrow. What time?
But but I'll tell
Nah,
you,
because I don't want to be.
Confined.
I don't want to be working for nobody.
I would say brand. I think it's not confined. I think it's branded.
I don't want to be
like he's his own man.
I don't want to be controlled. I don't want a nigga to be like this and dictating who I am.
I'm gonna tell you something. It's is random, but it's a show called Billions. Do you watch Billions?
Absolutely.
Okay, so it's a show called Billions. You should watch it, bro. It's incredible. And it's this artist, painter. He's huge, and everybody lines up to get his artwork, right? All the billionaires. And Axe, the star of the show, he got irritated that he couldn't get his work. So he hired him. He said, I'm going to pay you whatever amount of money you work, anything you want. He gave him a whole warehouse. He said, this is yours. All I want is your next however many paintings at cost, by the way. I'm going to give it to you. And the guy couldn't create. He just couldn't. And he was trying his hardest. And then the psychiatrist came to him, because it's a psychiatrist that works the Axe. And she's like, what's the problem? And he's like, I don't know. Then she figures it out. She was like, you care about what he thinks because he's paying you. And you don't usually think about your client when you paint. And you just paint and they'll buy it. But because you know now in your mind, as you're doing what you're doing, you're thinking about how's he going to feel. So now the insecurities come out more, because now it's like, now I'm not painting for myself. I'm painting for what I think this guy wants from me. And he couldn't do it. And they just had to let him out the deal. That's what that reminds me of.
I just don't like niggas telling me what to do. Mm-hmm. Like when I did the Eightball and MJG shit, like I had a meeting with Conrad, which was A&R at Bad Boy at the time.
Shout out to Conrad.
It was a Friday. I met up with Eightball on Monday. I've been calling his phone. He never answers. I happen to be in New York. I called a nigga. He happened to be in New York. Mm-hmm. Get up with him on Monday, play him some beats in his hotel room and shit. By Friday, it's like they made a song out of it. And like when I went to Conrad's like, yo, man, it's like a big deal. We go in the studio, they playing the shit. Eightball, MJG there. Puff came in. He comes in, and we all in a cypher. Eightball rapping. The verses, MJG rapping his verses. Then Puff tell Conrad's like, yo, Milli this nigga up in the room over here. And like I got a flight in a couple hours. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, so Conrad's like, yeah, man, we're gonna Milli you up in the room over here. I'm like,
Milli you up in the room, for people that don't know, means set him up in the room to make beats.
Like, nigga, I'm finna get on this plane. I'm finna go back to Atlanta, nigga. Yeah. What you talking about? I'm finna go back to Atlanta.
They probably look at you like, what?
And Conrad like, excuse me? What? Like, he ain't saying, he's like looking at me like, cause he can't go back to his boss.
Once his boss say do that, he got to make it happen.
Yeah. So he's like, yo, I mean, shit, we just going, like he didn't hear me. He repeated himself. Yo, we just going, Milli you up in this room. You could just bang out. And I said, bro, I got a flight. I'm finna go back to Atlanta. I said, I really ain't got my sounds anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I gave him an ultimatum. I said, shit, I'll go back to Atlanta. I get my shit. Y'all just send for me to come back. And he just like blank face like, yeah, but I said, bro, I'm finna go. You know what I'm saying? So when I got back to Atlanta, like Puff calling my attorney, like, yo, want to sign him. Woo, woo, woo. Same thing with Kanye. Kanye flew me out to Paris and shit for the Watch the Throne. And like that's off the Milli. So I be knowing what niggas want. You know what I'm saying? I know what niggas want. And I purposely didn't take my sounds with me. Like I'm not going to take my sound.
That is loaded up. I ain't even got it.
But that trip had so many different wild stories from that trip.
No, I brought me though. I'm a touch whatever you got, and I'm a bring me. I'm not finna bring my sounds and leave them in your programs in your system where you got the shit.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't need me no more.
Yeah.
Like you got my 808. Niggas was crazy about my 808. They want me to bring my. So when I came, he's like, you ain't bring your sounds. I was like, nah, but I'm here. I like just give me something to do. I can make something out of anything. You know what I'm saying? And that I think that kind of fucked up his intentions of what he wanted. You know what I'm saying? So it didn't go nowhere.
That's right.
I see why I'm trying to tell you this nigga's different, bro. Like I love it though, because
I'm not finna be on your time and like I'm equal.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
I'm like that. Nigga.
yeah.
Like,
I'm confident. I'm my own shit. I ain't gonna.
It don't take a nigga to tell me like, man, you're dope.
Nah,
I
I
know.
know
It
I'm
don't
dope.
take Puff to tell me, oh man, yeah, nigga, I know. Like, you do something else. Yeah, I know that.
What I'm gonna do with that?
You know what I'm saying? Like, I know that. You know what I'm saying?
So is there anything
like people be flattered by what people say about them, then they buy in.
Bro, can I tell you something?
what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you something, bro. I said this to myself last night.
It's like
I said-
chicks.
I said to
Like,
myself last
oh,
night.
you're pretty.
I said,
Oh, am I? Oh, yeah.
I said most people
I don't
move.
feel like a chick. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas be courting you like chicks. You know what I'm saying? They like after I said no to him, he kept offering me shit. It was more and more. It kept getting better and better. It's like, damn, nigga, you trying to fuck, nigga? God damn, nigga, I'm cool.
No, but you know, I was gonna tell you. I think the thing I admire the most about you is that you didn't need anyone to tell you that you mattered and that you were significant. And I feel like most of the world is frustrated right now because they want someone like you or me to tell them
validate
they're dope. And you should not look for someone to validate you.
And it ain't an arrogance.
You validate you.
Like it ain't an arrogance. It ain't like, nigga, I know I'm dope. It's like you. I'm not campaigning this. I'm
Yeah.
just like you coming at me with it.
I'm just doing me
You
and
just
y'all want it.
doing me.
Yeah.
It's like I know that shit.
All right, so bang, we gonna play a game called Making the Cut, and I'm not gonna lie to you. This is the first time I've ever been excited to play, because I know you gonna give me some raw
I don't
shit.
think we're gonna get any money today.
What if we don't?
I
I
feel
don't
like he
care.
gonna
We
stand
don't.
on
I don't care.
everything.
So in this game, we give you 3 options. Are you into sports?
Absolutely.
Okay, perfect, good. So we give you 3 options, and you get to sign someone, develop someone, cut someone. This is Bangladesh Enterprises. It's you sign it with it's your stuff. So you make the decision, you set the criteria, you do it your way. So we about to get into it. By the way, I didn't come up with none of these. I always like to say that because
Disclaimer.
some of them feel like they're trying to get you, but it's fun though. I ain't gonna lie, it's fun. All right, cool. Oh, you got 3 hits on both of these. All 3 of these. All right, Beyonce, Rihanna, Nicki Minaj. Or if you don't want to answer, you just donate $20 to a nonprofit for kids that want to be in the music industry.
So what am I doing?
You're gonna sign one,
Sign one.
someone you want to put in development, and another one you're gonna cut.
I'm gonna donate $20.
$20 for the kids, guys. $20 for the kids. I love it. I love it.
Ooh, right out the gate.
I don't want those problems. I don't want the barbers to come.
Oh, I got you. I got you.
Tell you, nobody want that smoke.
Nobody want that smoke.
So should we-
But the
nobody-
crazy part that you got hits on all 3. That's why I was like, shh. All right, Ludacris, Lil Wayne, Gucci. I didn't come up with these, by the way, Bang. I didn't come up with these. I'm just letting you know.
Who I want to sign, who I want to put in artist development, and who I want to cut.
Yep.
I don't think none of them deserve it of that. Like they $20.
$40 for the kids, everybody. $40 for the kids. All right, hold on. I got a few more. I'm gonna give you a sports one now. Jordan, Kobe, LeBron.
Sign, artist development, cut.
Sign, put one in development, cut.
That's tough. I would do this one. Sign Jordan. I put Kobe in artist development. I cut LeBron. That's my man though.
Look at that.
LeBron my
generation-
favorite though.
Yeah,
to
dog.
be honest, like, but
All right, this is a good one for you. Common, Black Thought, Nas.
man, that's crazy. Common Black Thought.
Jack Daniels.
Common Black Thought. Common Black Thought. Nas. I would definitely sign Nas. I will put Black thought and artist development.
And we you gotta say the last line. You gotta say it to complete it, bro.
I wouldn't though. I would cut Common though.
Okay, cool.
I wouldn't though.
I'm gonna give you. Let's do 3 more because I got some really good ones for you. I personally want to hear you.
Common had one of the greatest hip hop songs of all time. Bro.
Yeah, her. I used to love her.
Yeah.
Crazy. That record is. By the way, a rapper needs to do that concept
Nah,
over again.
hell no. Fuck that.
He
You
said
don't want
touch
somebody
it.
to do it again?
I hate when people trying to like, don't do that, man.
You don't want nobody to try it?
Nah, man.
Because we need it right now. We need a new version of it.
That.
Just do another
People be fucking up classics.
Oh, now I ain't gonna
like,
lie.
Facts.
I try to respect what.
Got you.
Respect the shit. Don't take shit and try to put some trap drums on it.
I got you. You're right.
And
You're right.
speed it
But to be honest
and
with you,
do this to it. Like, nah,
no. I was
Fuck
really
outta
talking
here
about
with
like a lyricist rapper who.
nah, like, yeah, I feel you.
Because when you hear
They
it,
change it
because
up,
when you
yeah.
hear it, he was talking about an era up until where he was,
That
and I
shit
feel like
mi-
we need another era where they talk about like girls and how rap has changed, and that it's kind of an evolution of rap song, really. And he's just saying like it used to be this, but when you hear it conceptually, that's one of the greatest hip hop concepts
yeah,
in
of all
history.
times.
Like
Like,
probably top
it's
3,
all time.
top 3 for sure.
I hated
Like
to cut them.
yeah, for sure. But all right, cool. So, oh yeah, this one I wanted. 3-6 Mafia, 8Ball of MJG, UGK. I know he a fan of this. That's why I'm like, I want to hear his opinion because I don't think I can answer
3-6
that one.
Mafia, 8Ball and MJG, UGK.
Sign, develop, cut.
I was signed. Am I thinking from like a business?
I'm thinking about,
In general.
it's you because I'm not gonna lie,
your
like
record
you a
label.
producer, so you could produce these acts too. I'm just like, who would you? This is your company. This one hard.
Yeah, it's hard, bro. I had to donate.
I'm gonna say $80 for the kids. $80 for the kids. Cause I ain't gonna lie, that's probably the first. It's only 2 that we have
That really.
that I'm like, I would donate.
I had to cut 3-6 Mafia. I ain't gonna
You
lie.
bugging. 3-6 Mafia.
Unfortunately.
3-6
Out of
Mafia
the-
is more. Their sound has resonated more today than both acts. Like they like literally all these like Megan Thee Stallion is making 3-6 Mafia
Yeah.
music.
Everybody, Drake made 3-6
But
Mafia.
8Ball.
Yeah, but I'm saying though, like 3-6 Mafia has lasted the test of time. Like
Yeah.
my kids fuck with.
No,
3-6
I
Mafia.
agree with you. I agree with
Like
you.
that half on the sack record, like that.
But I
shit
think that's been the. I don't know if I want to say that.
Oh, 60. Okay,
I
wait,
think
60,
this
gotcha.
been the programming,
What do you mean?
man.
Ooh.
So winning the award,
Oh, I see what you're saying.
you know the award they won.
Yeah, the
I
Oscar.
think that set them up.
The EGOT
to-
winners, aren't they?
I think the powers that be
Ice
set them up to be the sound of the music
Yeah.
by them winning the award, because that sound is a different vibration. So it's became the standard.
Exactly. That's what I was about to say. That's why it's hard to go there and separate 3-6. And then Pimp C came out today, right now. Gang fucked up. I ain't got that nigga will kill it. So this one is like, I'll just pay. All right, two more. I got an R&B one for you, then I'm gonna give you a rap one. The R&B one is, this is hard. Well, it might be easy because you produce hits for 2 of these. Mario, Neo, and Lloyd.
Mario, Neo, Lloyd.
That was a good one, Jack.
Mario, Neo, Lloyd. I would sign Mario, Neo, Lloyd.
By the way, you the first person. You the reason why I became a fan of Lloyd. Remember when you that nigga like me and then
I put Lloyd on.
You put Lloyd like dog. You was putting Lloyd in action.
I've never been on Lloyd's albums.
That's crazy.
He never reached back to me.
Oh wow.
Lloyd used to sleep on my futon.
I remember you was putting him
That's
in.
crazy. Nah, you got
Used
to put
to
me on an
feed
album. You
Lloyd.
owe.
That was
You
that
owe.
to me.
Used to
That's
take him-
often.
Nah, you owe.
That's often.
You'd be surprised.
I used to take that nigga to
Y'all better than
eat
me.
breakfast. For that, I'ma cut that nigga.
That was a
Yeah,
smooth.
see?
Hey yo, that was a smooth cut period. Like,
I'ma cut that nigga.
so we cutting Lloyd.
If I'm just looking at Neo and Mario, I would have. I gotta put the writer aspect in it. I would sign Neo, put Mario on artist development.
And we
'Cause
cut,
Mario's the voice, though.
yes.
It lasts forever.
Mm-hmm.
But Neo pen game can last forever too. So it's a lot more valuable. I can actually put them together and make a conglomerate and shit.
All right, last one. Jay-Z, Kanye West, Drake.
Artist development. So sign, artist development, cut. Who?
Drake,
Drake.
Ye,
Ye.
Hove.
Hove. Drake, Ye, Hove. I would. Drake, Ye, Hove. Just music.
You said the tone, bro. It's all on you. It's your tone.
Like music.
For you.
Knowing what we know now.
It's not. It's
No, in general. If this was your business and you had to just figure out which artist you wanted to sign,
yeah.
Drake, Ye, Hove.
Yes, sir.
Drake, Ye, Hove. I'm a sign Drake. I'm a sign Kanye off rip. Just cause I would have been able to identify with that immediately.
Mm.
Man, I'll probably like not knowing what I know. I would have probably cut Drake, put Jay-Z in artist development.
That's not bad. So Drake, by the way, that's the one. That's the only other one that I'm like, I don't know if I can answer.
I would have made a bad decision.
Yeah. Yeah. I can understand that. All right. That was making the cut. All right. Last thing we do this thing called credit check, where we give whoever we're speaking with an opportunity to shout out 2, maybe 3 unsung heroes in their career, in their journey that just really don't probably get the credit they deserve, and you want to give it to them.
Say it again.
So it's just 2 or 3 names, unsung heroes, and Bangladesh's story that you like, yo, shout out to such and such because they did such, like, unsung heroes, you know what I'm saying?
In my story.
In your story.
Shout out to my mom for allowing me to move to Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? I was in high school when I moved. I woke up from a dream like, man, I want to move to Atlanta.
Oh, wow.
Where you stayed at when you got here?
I'm from Des Moines, Iowa, bro.
I said, no, I know you're from Iowa. Where did you stay when you get here? Like you moved here in high school?
My auntie.
Oh, we're saying
That's the other person. I wanna shout
it's
out.
only 2 niggas I know from Iowa. You and Janae are the only 2 niggas I ever met from Iowa.
Yeah, I hear that all the time. I don't even hear 2 niggas. I just hear I'm the only nigga.
Yeah, Janae from Bossa. Janae's from Iowa.
Oh, yeah, she is from she claims you all the time. She was like,
but I say, y'all the only
she
2
claims
people-
you, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
but she ain't like we ain't linked up.
I'm gonna connect y'all because y'all
talk to her.
y'all the
bro.
only 2 niggas
I
I've
be
ever met in my
feeling
life.
like
from
Iowa
Iowa.
niggas need to stick together.
yeah, I agree.
Like,
It's only 2 of y'all. We gotta make sure. It says stop. They gotta stick together. It's only 2 of y'all.
what
So you about
resources you
from
can
Iowa
bring
State.
to
Iowa
it.
State's the
You know
best
what I'm
one.
saying?
You sure that's
Say y'all
the
should
By
be
Iowa
together.
State.
Side at the hip.
Nah. Iowa State is like 30, 45 minutes from the city. Like I'm from Des Moines, Iowa.
Got you.
Iowa State is a good 45 to an hour away. I'm from the inner city.
Bro, you need a street named after you in Iowa.
Facts.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
You gotta have
working
Bangladesh
on it.
Road
I'm working on it.
for real, because you.
I got the key to the city. I'm
already said
working
they
on the
need
street
you.
name.
Well, that's the
Yeah.
start.
So
I'm
niggas-
working on the name.
I don't even know where Iowa is at on the map. If you
Yeah.
gave me money and told me point,
I ain't gonna lie to you though, Ray. Iowa State love Iowa State love hip hop. That's why I say Iowa State. Like wherever we're on tours, we just stop at Iowa State all the time. They love.
Iowa State is that Midwest? Is Northwest?
It's Midwest.
It's
Okay.
like the heart of the country.
Got you.
Potato
It's like
Valley.
in between like
Got you.
Dakota and
I'm about to say, is it near North Dakota, South
Illinois.
Dakota? Got you. All right, so your mom and your
my
aunt.
mom, my aunt. You said 2 or 3.
Yeah, if you want to do one more.
Mom, my aunt. Unsung Hero. I don't know.
It was giving shout out to myself.
Yeah,
And you for having the
Yeah.
balls.
Yeah.
yeah,
Exactly.
for real. I'll put me first because I had the bar. Like I did shit that niggas wasn't doing. Like my mom. Like nobody knew. Like I wasn't doing this. I didn't give an example of who I am to them. Then people will, parents don't really pay attention to what your kids are into.
Mm-hmm.
Like how we were parented, we are like under a system of how they were parented.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like go to school, do that, go to church.
They taught you what they
believe
knew.
this, They taught you what you knew. So like I feel like I'm the first one to thought
Different.
outside the box to go against, not to rebel, but like to do what I feel.
Do it your way.
Yeah, do how I want to do.
Sure.
Man, that's
I love that. That's
I've
question.
never been more excited to ask this question because I just don't know what he's gonna say. Usually I'll try to like guess it.
I know.
Okay, so this show is called The God Show, which stands for Goats and Underdogs. Do you consider yourself a goat or underdog, and why?
I hate to say I'm an underdog, but I'm an underdog type of guy. Like I represent the underdogs. Like if you put, like I'ma always pick the underdog because I like to see the impossible. I don't want to see the expected. Like when Alabama plays this, but like
You
you know
know,
what I'm saying? Like when Golden State was popping, like like man, I want to see the niggas that endure the pressure and come out on top. You know what I'm saying? I want to see the underdog win.
Yeah.
That's more exciting to me. That's
Yeah.
more like entertaining. Like expecting, like seeing something that is expected. It's kind of like when LeBron went to Miami. You know what I'm saying? I'm a LeBron fan. Like even though I cut the nigga, I had reasons why I did that.
Of course.
I had reason. It was more of an order thing to me. But he's like one of my favorite people. But when he went to Miami, I was with him. Like whatever he wanted to do, I'm with him. But when they started doing all that like campaigning, like all that advertisement, doing like holding parties and like already guaranteeing championships, I started cheering for Dallas.
Yeah.
Cause I want to see that. Like I don't want to see the obvious. These 3 niggas like, nigga, of course, bro. Yeah. It's like when Durant went to where like go, bro.
Exactly. See, that's a
this
good
is
example.
boring. Like this is weak.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm an underdog nigga all day,
But
and I'm an
Right.
underdog.
Come on now, we need the butt.
so you say you're underdog.
I'm an underdog type of nigga.
Well,
I feel my whole career is like an underdog type nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm gonna say this: we don't let no one sit on this couch unless they're goated. This is the
Oh
goated
yeah,
couch.
definitely goated.
You
I
are-
mean,
now you
I think
are-
you could be an underdog and be
Now I'm saying,
goated.
but what
Oh,
people don't
okay.
understand is that
Goat
the
dog.
only reason why goats are goats is because they hustle like underdogs. Because they work like underdogs. They like Michael Jordan felt like it's me against everyone. That's what made him the best. It
But
was
goats are recognized though.
no. Man,
I'm
that's some
I'm not
shit.
finna
Okay.
tell
Nah,
you
but
I'm
hey,
a
hold
goat.
on. Everybody
I'm
stop.
not finna say that.
Everybody
Like,
stop.
I'm a goat.
Nah, but listen, Dre. Everybody stop.
That's a recognize. Like they recognize that. It's
Let's
like
clap for
real
Bangladesh. We recognizing you now.
Yeah.
That's the point of this show. Like
You recognize.
because as a dude that was there from the beginning of my career to seeing you still here, still doing what you're doing, and me personally as a friend of yours, still feeling like you ain't had that moment. Your music has obviously. You've had like, but I'm talking about Bangladesh,
Yeah.
Chandre,
Yeah.
having that
Niggas
moment
don't know.
where niggas is like where they want you on Drink Champs, they want you on a Breakfast
Yeah.
Club, and to me, I feel like this is the start.
Yes.
Absolutely.
because they see this, they all watching,
Yeah, I
and they be
appreciate
watching,
that.
and then they
Yeah.
like literally Warren G do that. They does Drink Champs, they all watching.
Yeah, I
trying to
appreciate
Because
that.
because for me it's all about shining the light on people that don't necessarily get the light, or if you have the light, showing people how to get the light. Like our whole shit is, this show is for people who have a dream that want to be something, and listening to someone like you talk, there's gonna be producers listening to this like literally gonna go to their mom like, I'm telling you, I ain't tripping. Look, ma, this guy did this. I ain't tripping. And those stories is what allows people to say, you know what? Let's push them more, because you are the example. You are the superhero producer that people see that is still here. And I ain't gonna lie, this show is amazing. It was not what I thought. I sat down. First thing I said, you ready to argue? I didn't even know, literally. But bro, I appreciate you. We celebrate
I
you.
appreciate
You
you
the
too,
shit.
Thank you.
And I can't wait for this to drop. And I can't wait for you to see the effect of what this show does, because there are people who have been on this show that came to me like, yo, bro, you changed shit for me.
Yeah.
Thank you. And to me, that's what this was about. And I feel like if you can't make shit interesting, then you shouldn't be doing this fucking job. And to me, I feel like this is probably the most interesting, funniest, dopest interview we've ever done.
Nah, I fuck with you too. Let me give you your flowers, because we speaking about underdogs. I remember when you and Rock City, y'all, these niggas they was broke. Y'all niggas was broke.
Broke
bruh.
and dirty.
Y'all ain't have nothing.
You can
know
tell
what I'm
we was
saying?
broke. Some niggas is
came-
broke, but we could tell we was broke.
Niggas coming from a whole different place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And have a dream. And I remember when y'all first came to my house.
The big White House of Cascade. Was
Nah,
it the
nigga,
big
was Stone Mountain. Bro.
the Stone Mountain? I thought I
Yeah,
took
you
Noah to
tripping.
Stone
You
Mountain.
tripping. No, you brought Rock City out there.
Okay.
That's when that's like 03.
Yeah, but I remember you moved to the
When you
big
started
White
fucking
House.
with them?
I started managing them. I started managing them 06.
Okay, so
I didn't
that
know
might have
03.
been-
I didn't
Okay,
know
so
the
that
03,
might have
05.
been Camp Creek.
Yeah.
So, but I see, I'm an observant person, and I recognize I'm good at reading people. You know what I'm saying? And I knew them niggas would be something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I knew Teron would be something because I knew Sean Garrett would be something. I knew Teron would be something. Them niggas just had that hunger,
That desperation.
and that humbleness, and that I'm gonna wait, I'm gonna work, I'm gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? And y'all story, how y'all connected. You know what I'm saying? It's like a humbling thing, where you're telling a nigga that ain't dope. Most niggas run from that.
Yeah.
They want to go around people that talk highly of them.
Yeah, make
You know
them
what I'm
feel
saying?
good.
Make
Validate
them feel
them.
good, validate them.
their ego.
But Teron and Tim, they a nigga never said that to me. And it's the balls of you to tell them that, and the humbleness of them to hear it, and y'all work together and come up to get to a place where y'all at. That's underdog shit.
Thank you.
You know what
I
I'm saying?
just, by the way, we still feel
that's
like the
dope shit.
underdog. Still feel well, man, we appreciate you. This is the God Show.
Sponsors.
Oh, my bad. I forgot the people that keeps the lights on around here. Shout out to our sponsors, Tote and Carry. Shout out to our sponsors, Yoko Vodka. And more importantly, shout out to the people that's watching. These people wouldn't be sponsoring us without you. So keep watching, keep liking, keep subscribing, keep sharing. All that shit matters. Nothing is too small. And this is the God Show, and we are out.
Thank you.
Boom. Hey, yo,